Ladies and gentlemen, hello, welcome. Today we are doing an oil change on a 2019 Kia Optima. Your Kia Optima might be coming off lease, your warranty might be expiring here within the next half a year, or it may be expired depending on the year, and you might be looking into doing an oil change by yourself. I highly suggest it because it's super easy, it is very inexpensive, and in this video I'm going to show you how to do it. We are working with a 2.4 liter 4-cylinder engine. This is what it looks like. First thing I usually do is actually loosen this oil cap right here at the top and then just place it down. This way we have better airflow to get all the oil out of the motor as quickly as possible. And I'm doing an oil change on a warmed up motor. I just drove this vehicle approximately 15-20 minutes, so the motor is nice and hot, so the oil should come out rather quickly. First, you want to lift your vehicle. There is a jacking point right here, maybe half a foot behind the driver's wheel. There's one on each side. And then for safety, we have a jack stand. Now we are in front of the vehicle, and getting underneath, we will have to remove this cover right here because we can see the oil filter right here. So the oil pan will be located under this cover. There are 7 10mm bolts to remove. This is what they look like, and these are the connecting points. And with the cover removed, we can see the oil filter right here and the drain plug right behind the pan. I am using a 17mm wrench and socket. There we go. Usually once you break it loose, you can do the rest by hand. Now hopefully I don't make a mess because I am doing this one-handed. There we go. And there is our old oil. Like I said, this motor has been warmed up, so it is coming out rather quickly. I will let this drain. As you guys can see on the napkin, the oil isn't too terrible, but this is a fairly new vehicle and it will be going to a new home. So I want the new owner to not worry about an oil change or any immediate maintenance items. So we are doing an oil change on this Kia and it is nearly done draining. This motor works best with a 5W20 or 5W30 oil. It calls for 4.3 quarts. And this is the oil filter I am using. Here are a few similar replacement part numbers. Now that all the oil has been drained from the oil pan, we can unscrew the oil filter, which is located right here. And I have my catch pan right underneath. And your oil filter will hold a little bit of oil, so I slightly untightened it and I am going to let it drain as much as possible, and then I'll just unscrew it and dump the rest in the catch pan. While the old oil filter is draining, I have prepared the new oil filter. I put just a splash of oil inside the new oil filter, and then I put oil all around this gasket just so that it's easier to remove once you're ready for another oil change. I also put oil on this thread right here. With the old oil filter out, I can now install the new one. And before I put on the new oil filter, I wipe down the mating surface, basically everything around that area. As you guys can see, oil will still be dripping, so it won't be perfect. Hand tighten your new oil filter and you are nearly done. I am going to pour in 4 quarts of full synthetic oil in here, and then I'm going to start the engine, look underneath, make sure nothing is dripping, there's no leaks. Let the vehicle run for maybe 15-20 seconds, kill it, and let it sit for about 10 minutes.
A few minutes later.
Kia sounds fantastic. I put the, that's right, the underbelly cover on. Now we could lower the vehicle and let it sit for 10-15 minutes. Let the oil kind of level out, and then we will measure it with the dipstick. The vehicle sat for about 15 minutes. I checked the oil level on the dipstick. It was just under L, meaning low. So I added the additional 0.3 quarts for the suggested 4.3 quarts, and now the engine oil level is wonderful. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing to the channel. And as always, I will see you guys in another video.